What is up, guys? Can y'all hear me? Is it loud? Is it quiet? I was not going to make y'all late. That was a joke. I was just joking that I was going to be hanging in metal complexes watching this Pokemon collection. Because I'm not one of those that leaves after a giveaway, even though I wasn't there for the giveaway. How is everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to Friday Night Flicks. Guys, just so you know, I have got a giveaway link posted at the top of the chat for anybody who's a subscriber, not the member giveaway. And I've only got 34 members signed up for the member giveaway. So I urge you guys, I will spam it after we do, because you don't have to be here for the member giveaway, but I want to kind of promote it throughout so all the channel members go leave a comment. But I did a review today on this knife. This is one of my first. When I went back and actually looked at my log, the mini compact was like the 23rd knife I bought, and this was like somewhere between 35 and 40, the full size liner lock. But this is one that just came out. It's a rejuvenated real steel metamorph button lock. Closest thing I can compare it to is a CRKT CEO, because it's got only a driver's side thumb stud and it's got that unfailable snap, or like a CJRB Rhea. If y'all have ever, I just hit my finger, but if you've ever just barely push it out, it snaps into place. Great sharpening choil. I don't know if you saw my unboxing or my review. It was up there today, but the reason I did this review before some others is because I've reviewed the Metamorph, I've reviewed the Compact, given both of those away. I spine whacked it, even though I don't believe in spine whacking, because you should use common sense and not, if you're going to spine whack something, spine whack a fixed blade. But that's just my 2 cents. But we're going to give this away to the subscribers. But the way we're going to do that, and the reason there's a link pinned, is most of you guys have probably already done this. We're just going to try to give a little cushion for anybody that wasn't in lefties last night. We are going to, and I'm going to share the screen with you, and I've got a link that I want you guys to go watch a little bit of. Most everybody here subscribes to Satu Dave. That doesn't mean I still don't want you to go leave a comment and watch the video, like the video, even if you watched it last night, because what I'm hoping is he's right at 1,000. YouTube usually in 48 hours does their little weird thing. So if you guys, for some reason, haven't subscribed to Satu, and I should have one of his hollow grinds, and I can just tell you, because he would not want me to give you specifics, that he's one of the kindest, most skilled machinists, grinders I've ever met, and just a wonderful dude. But his content, he usually puts out a Sunday rant that's must-see TV for me. So what I want everybody to do, whether you're a member or not, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel. If you want to like the live, that's great. If you don't, fine. But just run over, watch this video. It's called, let me see what it's called. Let me hide that. I don't want to really hide that. All right. Knife. Yeah, this is kind of quick. So it's his most recent video. It might have been where we went last night, but all you got to do is say, enjoyed watching your videos, or Javon. Just type in Javon. That's all you have to type in. And whatever you want to type in, but just make sure the word Javon's in it, because that's how I will filter later tonight. And unlike channel member giveaways, I'll try to do this giveaway a little earlier, because and Paul, and I shipped your where's Paul? I took your box to the post office today because the mailman stuck on my porch and I could not hand it to him. So I dropped it off the UPS store, even though it's coming USPS, so you've got a box coming to you. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Even if you've already subscribed, leave the comment so you get a chance to win this knife. I think this knife, for a gentleman's folder, and it's super pokey. It's got one of the best sharpening choils. It's 14C now, where it used to be, I want to say D2. I don't remember. But yeah, you guys all go do that. Go when you get a chance, jump off of here, go to the link at the top of the chat, leave a comment for Sly2 Dave, like his video if you're so inclined, because you'll only see he puts out structured content on Sundays, which is why I think it's must-see TV. It shows you so much of what he's been doing, what he's working on. And guys, watch his video and he will tell you what he told me that made me send knives out there that has made me feel guilty to send more, because the man he's of the community. So absolutely, Lord Needham, he is an absolute rock star. And I want to make sure if I could even bring 2 more people to his page to give him a little cushion. So if you guys weren't in Lefty Live last night, they did a big giveaway run and got him right up to 1,000. But I guarantee you a bunch of those people just went in and liked it and left a comment. So if you would take an extra 5 seconds to click on another video and just like it, and maybe put a thumbs up emoji, which I always say never do for a giveaway because we're not going to be pulling from the other video. That shows YouTube that you went from one video. And I learned this from Stas's Live. This is me squirrel braining. And I mentioned it in one of my videos. I didn't know it. Stasa asked, because he doesn't never ask for anything. I look at Stasa as one of the greatest. When I've sent people to Stasa, if you want to see how a knife really performs, that's not what I can tell you. I can tell you how a knife makes me feel opening Amazon boxes, cutting paracord, carrying it, playing with it. But there are people that really test it. But in his stream, I learned that, didn't learn in his stream. I lost my train of thought. See, that's what happens when you have early stage dementia. No, he was talking about, where was I going with Stasa? Because he said something that opened my eyes, and it'll come back to me. I'll just blurt it out, and then when I say Stasa, those of you who are here early will know what I meant. Those of you who won't that's just a Johnism, and it's all good because it wasn't that important anyway. But the bottom line is, we've got some cool knives to show tonight that have come in. We've got a surprise guest who's not that much of a surprise because Jason's going to come drop a few JKals in here that are going to go straight to Instagram, so there's absolutely no pressure. But one of the things I picked up off our brother, because the link's at the top, guys. But I picked this up off a brother in the community who will remain anonymous. It's a JKal he bought and just didn't carry much. It's got a Lancelot slip, which I really like, because I've got a where'd it go? Oh yeah, I've got a slip joint Lancelot slip, and he made this slip specifically for this little satin hand Grant Gent, thick little flat grind Ultim JKal that's clear so you can see his little coffin, kind of calling card, not his logo. But this is a great little knife for me. I mean, size-wise. And again, I'm not going out breaking down a lot of cardboard, nor would you with a knife that thick. But if you ever have to, get ready to save a Slurpee, or just go out and cut into a bunch of duct tape, or cut a cardboard box, whatever it is, I love them. I'm addicted to small knives, though. I cannot lie. Jim Miller, what's up? Greg Maroney. Let me go in and say hello to everybody. I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to start at 8:15, and then I'll come back to everybody else. And I apologize, guys. I don't want to get behind. Paul Mills, welcome, brother. Channel member Jim Miller, welcome, brother. Snow Trag, welcome, and congratulations. Channel member Roman M, glad you're here, buddy. Todd Carr. We've got Thomas McDonald, channel member. We've got Paul Mills. I think I said hey to him, but I'm in another context. We've got Thomas McDonald, channel member. We've got Ed, channel member. Thank all you guys. We've got brother Todd Carr. We've got Jim. And I've got to learn how to pronounce that name. It's just because I don't read it right. I read the first 3 letters, and then it jumbles the letters for me. Tergafera. Jim Tiglifera, welcome, brother. Channel member. I appreciate you too, buddy. And we've got, I'll show it in a second. We've got a great member giveaway, which I have not tagged yet. Colby, what is up? Pizza operator, channel member, what is up? I saw you over at Metal Complexes. I can't keep up with the chat over there, so I just usually alert. Roman M, what's happening, buddy? Michael Upchurch, channel member. Double D10, channel member. Guys, I'm trying to zoom down. Marco, channel member, so if I miss you, it's not intentional. I just don't want to get too far behind, and we don't have a lot of people, so we can chat. T-Fetch, what is up? Nick, good to see you, my friend. Just good to see all you guys. I mean, Fridays for me are kind of like Thursday and Wednesday right now. That's getting ready to probably change, unfortunately. Kaleidoscope of Knives, what's up? Channel member. But yeah, we will look at some cool stuff tonight, some really cool stuff, thanks to brother Lord Needham, who sent in some stuff that I still don't know. I know one that I've got to send back. Yo, Cap Addict, what is up, brother? Channel member. Crazy Roach, channel member, what is up? But I know I've already taken one off his hands, so I've lightened the shipping load on the way back. Slightly. Marco, channel member, what's up? Marco Scammo, my brother, what is up? Marcos and I bump into him places all throughout the week. Pretty fly for a knife guy. He and I also cross paths several times during the week. Good seeing you guys, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you popping in over here. I know there are other lives like MC to take a line from him. Zero Sticks, channel member, going on. And you guys can go over there because I can guarantee you, unless y'all want to. Now, coming early has its privileges. I've never done this before. But if y'all wanted to do the subscriber giveaway, or I'd rather just do the first subscriber and come up with something later. But if y'all want to do the giveaway for our Satu push, but see, I really want to push subs to Satu. So I need to have that carrot, even though I could do both giveaways to Satu. We'll think about that for a second. Greg Maroney, channel member, what is up? I'm going to get behind. I've got to just stay focused. And guys, it's hard to do. I do great when Pocket Metal's in here, keeping me straight, reading the comments. Double D10, I think I said hey to you, but man, I don't want to mess up. I'd rather double down. Ron Care, what is up? Channel member Dean Griffin is in the room, and so is Pocket Stuff. Great to see both of you guys. You're both just, I'm stoked to see you here. Let me get that. He and I have been bumping into each other a couple times today. Dr. Drew Dude, the man, the myth, the legend, and Homer Felitis, both channel members right under each other. Good seeing you guys. Howdy, Luke. I hope you're having a good Friday, buddy. At least it's Friday, and I hope y'all have some kind of break this weekend. What is up, Joe Isabella, channel member? And guys, tonight is a really cool member giveaway. And I don't say that for any reason. Is right now there are only 34 comments, and those are great odds for a knife that is one of a kind. You can flip it. Well, not one of a kind. You could probably find a few others, but you don't see them. And you can just search it on Blade HQ, and you can imagine if you don't see them, it would be a good knife to flip if you don't love it. All right, so I need my reading glasses, but I almost refuse to put them on. What is up, Broke As Knives? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Marco Scam, I think I said hey to you, buddy. I hope I did. Good to see you, man. Dang Ross, channel member. And I'm probably calling you guys over and over and over again, but I apologize. Joseph S. I think I'm getting close to the beginning. Craig, what is going on, channel member? We've been bumping into each other a couple times today. Louis, how are you, my friend? Dean Griffin, channel member. All right, JD for EDC, a channel member, a friend, and he and I are walking down the magnet corridor together. Let's see, we got El Cap Addict, channel member. I think I said hey to him. So yeah, guys, what I will do is I will throw it out there to you guys. Jeffrey Dawson and Tactical Terry, channel members. The channel member giveaway, I want to leave open for a little while because not a lot of channel members have subscribed, which is fine. I'm not going to push it hard. I don't have it linked yet. But I do want to drive traffic to, and if we can get 1 or 2 more subscribers, at least leave the comment to the pinned link. If y'all want to, if y'all vote, while we have a lower number in here, and this might be the highest number we have in here, but we could go ahead and draw for that in case, since you've got to be here. Trey, I think it's got to be on a laptop, or the way I joined once, it doesn't work on iPhone. I learned that. You've got to open Safari and then view. It's too much of a pain in the ass. So the easiest way is to go, from what I understand, just through the laptop if you've got it, and it's right beside the subscribe button. And then the lowest tier gets you the same as the highest tier. I think they're 3, and I need to wean those down to just 1. But yeah, or you can go. I have joined, I believe, by using Chrome on my iPhone, and then when I went to YouTube and it tried to make me open the app, I said no, and I asked it to display desktop, and then I could see the channel and do it. But I appreciate it, buddy. And they're going to be giveaways, not just channel giveaways. So the channel giveaways, the way that works is I try to, while I've got them, is I like to give away knives that I used to really, really love, that were like kind of mainstays of my collection, but then we kind of all evolve in what we collect. And this is a Kaiser John Gray. It's just a beast, guys. I mean, it's tall, flat grind. S35VN, big knife, full-size knife with fantastic kind of TRM shadow, a little bit thicker shadow ergos. But I just like to pass those on to members. But then I pass, like I'm saying, the knife I'm asking you guys about now is this guy, who anybody who's in here, as long as you just click the subscribe button, which you could unsubscribe after you want it, you would be entered. And the reason, I don't think I'm subbed to my channel, so I don't know if I even go to it, if I could show you what it looks like. And I hate to do that, because I do understand that you want to get on the knife, so I'm going to do that. But I don't like to publicize that stuff as much as I should. So if you go on, let me share the screen with you. If you go on a browser, whether it's on your laptop, or I know I've done it on Chrome. I joined somebody's on Chrome. It is a little button right here. And then when you click on that, it shows you the different tiers of membership, and a little video that I need to rewrite, because I did that when I first was prompted by YouTube to do it. So yeah, I don't push it, but I do try to make it a benefit, because I don't do a lot of extra content. I do release all the videos, because I do them in batches, all to the members before they go live. That's not an advantage. So I try to give a special knife away each week, and then I always give something else away. So you don't have to be a member to win, or to have a chance to win. That's the point I'm trying to make. The only point. Bama Ninja, what is up, Timmy? I hope you guys can hear me okay. Brian Care, channel member, what is up? You know what I probably need to do? Hold on a sec. I was just checking. I hadn't been able to get in touch with Scotch, but I didn't send a text. I was waiting. I just thought about that. But we're just gonna vibe. We're just gonna vibe. And you know who else I got to send a text to? I didn't send one to. Don't know. I'll lose this feed. 1 sec. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we are going to remove this for right now. We're going to bring it back. I'm going to send a quick text. Whoops. 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 Nope. Wow. I don't want to be live in there. All right. There we go. Invite guests. Copy. Boom. 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 Today's been kind of a bear, guys. And I'm one of those dudes that'll get running a certain way. Let me get my camera back up. I'll get basically running a certain way, and it'll be hard for me to kind of stay on track. It sucks. I think we're back. Hopefully I haven't messed anything up. Ginger Fisher, channel member, 5-door. 5-door. I'm not going to give him away, but there's a connection. And there was actually a little extra special something that might get passed along. What we're going to do, raise your hand. Anybody in the chat. It's not going to change the giveaway. The link's still the same. And that's just the first giveaway for the G5 Metamore with the button lock. Is anybody in here not subscribed to Sawtooth Dave? And you can go click the link at the top of the chat and just verify it. Because a lot of times YouTube will unsubscribe you. And then it makes you feel like this. Night Sage, thank you, brother. And all you guys got to do, if you saw the link, is just leave a comment. Watch another video if you get the chance, because YouTube does scrub comments when they see a larger than average come in at any given time. Good for them, so people can't buy stuff. And I know most of y'all have been subbed, but still leave a comment, because even though you're already subbed, you're already a supporter. That's just how we're going to give the subscriber giveaways away tonight. We're just going to, just kind of promote the channel. Because it's such a good channel, and it's not a lot of content to keep up with. I think he posts Friday or Sunday reflection videos of what he did all week, and I watch it every Sunday. Chris, my brother, he did a hologrind on my 4Max, my 8015, which I'm waiting for some original goat scales to come in from, and Tucson, I forget the number, because he even blackened the blade or blued the blade to match it, make it match the dark titanium. Amazing, amazing work. I think he's ready for prime time. I don't think he wants prime time, though. I think he's using this as just one step to a greater plan. That's just my hypothesis. Kobe! But, so, Lord Needham sent me some knives to check out. This is the Mini. And I did a review. Trey, thank you, buddy. Make sure now you should be able to get into members only content, and the last giveaway video was posted 2 days ago. It's the most recent video. All you gotta do is leave one comment. You could just say new, or just don't say a cuss word or an emoji, because it doesn't pick it up. This is the Mini. I had my buddy's full size who did a review on it, and it didn't really speak to me, but I love the action and the fact that it was a USA made, what I consider CNC enhanced, perfectly engineered little knife. Just love this. So much so that I bought that. And then this is not for sale, but this is a knife that when I experienced it at Blade Show 2022, this Oz Roosevelt, I was underwhelmed. And in the unboxing, I think I talked about it, and I will in the overview. Because it was so minimalistic, I at the time equated value with maybe frou-frou stuff like Damascus and weight and things that don't really reflect on the simplistic elegance of a design. And guys, this little knife from an EDC carrier, and the fact that they're getting ready to do a Rosie X, even though I think a big hand would fit this knife perfectly, this is on my grail list now. Wonderful knife. And then we've got not one, but two V3 Jaegers to look at that I was able to compare to my V2 Jaeger, and I've noticed a couple of little interesting differences. One is I sought out a flipperless because at the time I was a middle finger flicker guy. That was my deal. This one has a flipper tab too. And guys, it's so good. I mean, to me, it's cathartic to use. So, jury's out on one of these. I really don't need it because it occupies the same space as my OG Jaeger, but it's a concealed frame lock as opposed to that exposed frame lock. So it seems a little less, even though I've never had, but I'm not left-handed, I've never had a problem with this knife cinching up on me. But yeah, just a great knife. And the carbon fiber on this particular one, which is I guess their version of Mars Valley, I'm blue-green colorblind, so I think that's red specs, is just stunning. Ooh, I didn't, yeah, I did. And this is a knife that I always just turn my nose up at because I think all the reviews focused on the clip, which drew my attention to the hole in the scale, which I don't like speed holes necessarily. Thank you, Knife's Edge. The Fenrir is a great knife. Spare Designs, I've got a friend chasing a Strix right now. I've not handled one, but I've got some really good friends that I trust unequivocally that love that knife, and I've only heard good things about it. But I've noticed now there's somebody that's making inserts for this that make it solid, which is something that I would prefer, right? Some kind of, even if it's not fancy, if it was black, silver, but just like all Brian Adu's knives. Front flipper that's tuned perfectly for a front flip. It's got this really long blade hole. Make it a drop point and a tanto. I was never again, like I said before, interested in this knife. It just didn't appeal to me. I had a mini Tempest at the time, I think. But this is a great knife. I don't think I'm going to own this one just because I can't afford it. But bottom line is, brother Lord Datum sent a bunch of fire. And then Michael Morgan, what's up? Josh Branson, what is up? Then I did my little Tucson run. This giveaway knife was part of my Tucson run. Not my Tucson run, my White Mountain Knives shopping experience. And guys, I buy that stuff and I use my 10% code just like y'all would. But I saw this little guy there. You can't see. Why is it not picking up the blue? I guess it's because I've got a blue light on. Hold on. Well, I can't change the blue light. The scales are inset blue G10. And then it's got titanium handles, D2 steel. I want to say it was $88. They've also got it in red. Well under $100. Great little ergonomical knife. Open shit. frame lock, or I guess you'd call it a concealed frame lock. I can reverse finger flick it. Front flipping it, not so much. I've got to get it just right, and the jimping's kind of loose, so I don't, you know how I feel about front flippers. But that's a cool knife that'll find its way in a giveaway, and you'll see the color better when I'm not shining blue light on all of them. And then this came in that I was not expecting, that I've been very impressed with. This is the Vostede Dachshund liner lock, which, if you know me, I'm kind of off the liner lock base. It's got tape on the front, but this one is done very well. I don't know where the snap comes from. But the things that I think are great about this knife, got really good detent, or spring detent, whatever you call that. Josh Branson, new member, make sure you go to the member section in case you got to get out of here early, because after we do this giveaway shortly for the subscribers, I'll post the member giveaway link, but it's right now in the members content. But this little guy is in M390. Got a great sharpening choil, titanium handles, very thin, full-size knife, maybe paramilitary too size, maybe a little bit shorter, but the springs are strong enough to bring the blade right back home. Thumb studs, which I don't like, work great. Front flipper, which I don't like, works great. But I've got a review coming up on this, guys. Be on the lookout. It's a good knife. I'm impressed with it. I want to say it's like $183. I could be totally off there. And let's see what else we got. Did y'all see the unboxing on my what is it called? A comfort sweater? It was some weird, a feather, something feather. So this is an Amazon find. And if you notice, that's not a laser finder on top. That is a ferro rod. And if you see that little V in the sheath, that is a pull-through sharpener. And if you see that clip on the back, which is brilliant, it is it's a reinterpretation of a deep concealment carry mini clip, but it's not reversible. So this is set up to stick on the outside of your pants. Oh, your back pocket would be fine, but on the outside of your pocket if you're right-handed. But what I can tell you about this knife is I like the slim handle. I like the little cutting choil they've got cut in there. I don't know what this hole's for, but I'm sure it's for something. This hole holds a 1/4-inch bit. Nice G10 micarta handles. One thing the weird, it's got a survival whistle that sucks. Survival whistle sucks. But anyway, G10 scales, G10 liners, 14C, 20. VG10, I'm sorry. But the sheath's got great retention, and it's got this little flat area. The spine's kind of curved with the jimping, but then you've got this little flat here that's very, very sharp. And it says strike. So in my unboxing, did y'all see that? It works very effectively on this little cheap ferro rod, so I can only imagine on one of my Meritechs it would be good. And I want to say this knife, when I do the review, which will be this weekend, was like 24 bucks. It was one of those late night Amazon finds. Came in actually with this knife. I'm trying to outcool Kevin with unboxing knives. Got my little titanium box cutter. Now, I will tell you that this blade is not coming out. I cut all boxes with this on all my knife unboxing videos in the last, since I got it, which was this week, earlier this week. But the blade, and I don't know if it's just this makeup blade because it's got these little things, these little stops that catch it. See, it's kind of janky. It's got some movement, but it ain't moving. It's not coming out. So it's got a little pocket clip on it. You can lock or shut. Got a little pocket clip. Put it in your bug out bag. I think it's pretty cool. And it's got a little can opener on it. Bottle opener. Don't care about that. Little flathead and pry bar. And then I picked up some fresh drops on the EDC fidgets over in North Carolina. Made in the USA. Cool little fidget. And then also, I don't know if I showed this to you guys last week. I've got a couple of MKMs, a micro and a micro 2. And I've also got the carry kits for them. So they came with these little leather slips that I don't use that much. But I've got this little T90 JKal that I bought with micarta handles, little tool steel, kind of like a utility knife, real small. For me, it's a 3-finger knife and a pinky holdover, and there is no lanyard hole. But these little MKM sheaths work fantastic for it. One less I'll probably send to Joe. I'm about to send him several little JKals to get me a way to carry so I can use them more. What's everybody carrying tonight? Oh, you're carrying some good shit. Let's go and just see what kind of comments we're looking at. Let's see how many people are participating in our subscriber giveaway. That's not saying I'm going to draw it right now, but I might. I may pull something out anytime. Interesting. There it is. Hold on. Go here, let's share that. Let's copy that. Boom. Pop that in there. Paste. Oh, nope, not that. I wish I could get Instagram to work on here since I pay for it. And guys, we have 52 comments. 52 comments on Brother Satu's video. Just pinned in the top of the comments. But if y'all are already subbed, I get it. Y'all might just be over there leaving messages. You don't want to spam them. Sorry, guys. You want to go ahead and see what we got? Food Diesel, go to let me put in the chat. Go to Satu Dave's sub to him. If you've already have, you don't have to sub again. Just go past that step and then leave him a comment. And if you're so kind and have of the video. That'll help him. That'll help him show YouTube that it was a real viewer. So give me a second. I'm gonna scramble. Oh. So if you guys made it over to Sawtooth, let me see how many members we got there. Well, we're not doing Sawtooth yet, are we? Yeah, we are. Let's see what we're looking at here. Let's see, random comment picker. We're still only at 52 comments, guys, which is good because that just means the people in here that this night's got a chance to go to are better odds for you guys. Do y'all want to go ahead and draw for the... Look, I just went for the front flip. He's going to be coming in here at some point. So what do y'all think? Y'all want to get this giveaway out of the way? Yes, Angelo's smart. He knows the odds are better. So this is what we're going to do. Illuminati, thank you, brother. Love you, dude. I hope everything's going better. Getting there. Let's take this off. Let's go solo layout. Uh-oh. Exit solo layout. Solo layout. Share screen. Uh-oh. Default. That's one of my makeup influencers things. The fuck? Alright, so we're gonna do Javon. We're gonna take this out there. We're gonna go boom. Here. Copy, boom. Yeah, I want to do the wheel that Lefty does. All right, we're going to do the wheel when we get ready to do it. Somebody's here. Somebody's tapped in. It is Dirt Diggler. We're getting ready to the FUQ. So we're getting ready to do a giveaway, buddy, before everybody else got here. We're playing drive as much traffic to Sawtooth Dave's website as we can because he's just got 1,000 that we don't want him to fall under. So before too many people got here, we're just going to do this. So the link's pinned at the top, guys. There's about 60 seconds for you to go leave a comment because I'm getting ready to refresh that so that we can get back to what we was up to, which is very little. 'cause I want to show Dark Gravity what's been playing around with me this week.
Yeah, I've had a long week this week.
You been working long, or is everything okay with the family and stuff?
Oh yeah, just working long hours. We're so far behind at work, and that ice didn't help shit none at all.
I didn't think so. I thought that would put you behind, but were you getting paid when you weren't there in your position? That's not my business.
Yeah, well, I got paid some, but nowhere near what I make when I'm actually there.
But will you be able to be making up for that overtime? Will it all wash out to where it's a good, okay thing?
I mean, I'm fine either way. I mean, obviously, I couldn't do it for an extended period of time, but
You just have,
one little week, one little hiccup doesn't hurt anything.
no, you just have to up your vintage clothing game. This is one thing, and they all came from one person. That's one thing that's in here. You know what that is?
I know what it is, but my mind is,
It's a V3 Jaeger.
yeah, I couldn't think of the guy's name.
And you know what that is?
You're about the size of a fucking ant right now, John.
We're gonna drop it. Then we're gonna get into that. I get sidetracked. I get sidetracked, guys. All right. If y'all
It's all right.
if
I
y'all
mean-
want in, get in now because I'm getting ready to pull this bad boy, and we still got a couple more. So here we go, guys. Watch the wheel. How'd Lefty say
Yeah.
it? To make it
I'm gonna,
duration. This is it. We're gonna make it more suspenseful. We're going to leave it up to 15 seconds. Get comments one more time. Can y'all still see it?
I can see it. I can't see it.
Good luck.
You're gonna cause somebody to have a seizure.
The suspense is going to kill you because it's going to run for 20 seconds.
Oh, but
Look at that.
I can't see it. It's tiny. I have to go look over. I still can't see it even on my big screen.
Now you can see it, right? I just scrolled up to it. Let me look on my page. I'm looking at it just directly. Let me see if I put it in view for you.
Well, okay, I can see it. Sharp guy.
Yeah, congratulations, Sharp Guy.
Congratulations, Sharp guy. I can't see it on my phone. My phone, it's so little.
No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Sharp Guy, you in here, buddy? Sharp
But
Guy is that I will find. He's kind of grandfathered in. He's an early adapter. The Sharp Guy.
The second one, I mean, so many folks are doing that drastic. They all make me think of Vero.
Which one's that?
The Jaeger that you pulled up and the second knife that you pulled up that I couldn't really see, but I could see the blade shape, and they all are making. So many people are. Huh?
It was the same knife with the different blade handle configuration. They're both Jaegers.
Oh, okay.
Three when I can make myself big. One
But they just always make me think of the Veros.
One thing that's 100% different, and I'll make sure that you handle my Jaeger V2, and I'll probably have a V3. Fuck you, Lord. I love you to death, but you killed me. Guess what? I picked up so far out of the box of goodies he sent me that I'm now an owner of.
What? I tried to. Oh, you went. I saw you had a boxing of something extreme or something of that nature. I don't remember what your title was.
These were all Lord Nito's knives, and I know there's one knife. Check this out. That's not for sale, but I'm now 100%. He's going to help me find one. Dude, that's such a good knife.
I know the one with a big ass hole in it is might be available.
I'm in no
I don't
rush.
remember who. Somebody on Instagram. I don't know what he did. I don't remember now, but he blew a big chunk out of the blade of an Oz Roosevelt cutting through a hot wire.
So Lord Needham is such a good salesman. He sent both these out. He did a blade swap on them. If you didn't have a black blade, the black blade looks better than the satin on the black
I
blade on
prefer,
this more.
yeah.
But I've got this V2, which is a full frame lock. I'll show you the differences later. It's got a black blade, so I would switch them back because the satin blade, and I know they scratch, but this one, the only difference besides the captive pivot that I can tell, and both of these are flipper models, which I avoided when I got that one from Dylan because I thought I was just
Yeah.
a middle flip guy. The flipper tab doesn't affect, the detents are identical, and the flipper tab is surprisingly pleasing.
Well, to me, I'm fine with the flipper as long as I got like that's got a finger hole or a thumb stud. I mean, I'm fine with. I don't know why I have an aversion. I really don't. Why I have an aversion to flipper only,
And
but I
I've
do.
circled back around to where flipper only has. I picked up a few flipper only knives lately that I like. This one's a great example of that.
Well, say to me, that's not a flipper only.
No, but I can't get my finger in there. What would you call it?
Well, say I could spotty flick it.
I'm gonna have to practice. But I'm gonna throw it out of my hand.
Well, I think it has to do with the way you what it takes a particular hand to get into that fuller.
Where you can get just a little meat in there, or a little.
Just yeah, like a little finger fat in that fuller, and I think some people's hands can do it and some can't because I couldn't at first, and then I was able to figure out how to finger flick it. But I think it's just getting just enough of the meat of your middle finger, the corner of your middle finger, into that fuller, that little, because you only got a couple millimeters. It seems like sticking up past the handle of that fuller, and you just get the corner of your middle finger in it, and you can flick it because the detent's good on it, and then it's really smooth. So it's like I said, it took me some practice, but I was able to do it. And part of that is Jared pisses me off because he can finger flick any damn knife.
Oh yeah, and he makes it look easy, and then you get
right.
it just like locked up.
Yeah, and so I wasn't going to let him beat me on that one. Because I've watched.
I know everybody has different people they love and hate, but I'm a big fan of Jared's stuff. I like it. I'm
a big fan of him too. I'm just saying he was pissing me off because I've watched him finger flick knives with nothing.
Oh yeah, just off the blades.
Yeah.
But the knife that he sent me, I said, well, I'm not really that interested in it. He goes, just try it out. And it's this knife here that I never had a lot of. This is that Brian Brown Apex. Or not Brian Brown, I'm sorry, the Sharp by Design Apex. Brian Nadeau, the one that everybody talked about the clip being the deal killer because it's so sharp in your hand.
That's crazy looking.
Dude, and they make a Tonto that's beautiful. And they've made that somebody's come out with secondary scales where what I didn't like is I didn't like to be able to see the blade through there. I guess that's weight related.
Yeah.
But a lot of really like cool companies have come out with carbon fiber inserts and other things that will go in there and just really make it look unique. And I'm sure you can get a different clip for that by now. But it's one
that
of those.
Thing, you're going to cut your thumb. You're going to get another boo-boo. Yeah. And you're going to get your damn videos pulled down.
You know, they released my EMP EDC one after about 8 hours. It was the quickest, and it was the only time I've had a overview video get flagged. Minda Milton just gifted 5 memberships. Guys, thank you, Minda Milton. Let me tell you who got new memberships so you guys can all get in on, and I apologize, I've got to find it in my other chat to read it. Tell you who needs to go in and register for the giveaway because now you're eligible. And I'd love to get that up to a little more than 34, although I'm happy to get you guys. Where is it? Sorry, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Now I'm working for you, not against you. Just get to the bottom of this fucking chat. There we go. Okay. All right. Here's who got memberships. Todd Carr was gifted a membership. Fuchs Duzel was gifted a membership by Mind of Milton. Sharp Guy ATX was gifted a membership by Mind of Milton. And Sharp Guy, you can win twice in one night. Let me get that. Was gifted a membership by Mind of Milton. Mind of Milton, thank you so much. And guys, if I just called you out, go watch the member video. We just did the other drawing, right? Sharp Guy won that one, right? Let me change my link. Let me put the member giveaway link up there now, and then we'll do something else random with Satu here in a second. Let me go here. See, if I had a super speedy computer, I could have multiple windows open, but that's above my pay grade. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's find that video. Where was it at? Playlist. I love when people text during lives. Think I'm going to get it. Not knowing my phone is, I hear them, but my phone is like the camera looking down at the phones. All right, membership. Where is that? I'm going to have to go to playlist members to find that video. Weird. Sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulties finding the video that you all should. Maybe I didn't do it. There it is. Share, copy, pop it in here. Boom. Boom. Maybe I'll put it in here. It's easier to. Why's everything got to be so difficult?
That's the reason I don't mess with any of that stuff.
Well, it's just that things. I think I'm getting slow. I think my thing's getting slow. I think I could deal with a little bit faster, more like mini desktop setup than the laptop deal where I had some couple of monitors where I could have more than one thing going on where I wouldn't have to spend so much time flipping between stuff.
That's the thing is, and if you're going to do what you're doing with the videos, a desktop would be so much better.
I agree, but see, I would never go with because I'm never going to do graphic stuff. I'm never going to do video processing. I listened to Metal Complex's live tonight, and he nailed my thoughts exactly. He said, Homer Felitis was gifted a membership. Who gave him that? Brother, somebody gifted you a membership, Homer. Let me see if that was. No, Homer gifted one. Let's see who he gifted it to. Sorry, guys. Oh, Ed Harrison. Brother Ed, you were gifted a membership. Get up there to that link and make sure it's that Kaiser JP B1 wacky looking knife. And guys, if you don't like that knife, win it, take it home, put it on NAF sale. Don't mark it for any less than $200 and just wait. It will sell. And I say anything under, do research on it before you even do that. But yeah, I need to sell.
Desktops just work so much better than laptops when it comes to processing information, though.
Right, and what
you can get a huge hard drive, a shit ton of RAM, and be able to process just so much faster, so much better. So much more storage, because your storage and your RAM is what affects your ability to do what you're talking about.
Exactly. But one thing I do that's unique, because I've got a little 1 terabyte, it was like $49. It's a little Toshiba hard drive external. And so I'll back up my music that I use on the stream, which I need to change here in a second, and some other stuff. But all my videos, I don't keep backups of all that stuff. Once it goes to YouTube, I delete it forever, which is probably but I'm not looking to do this to migrate to another platform or anything like that.
But the problem is that just because you hit delete, it doesn't necessarily delete from your computer until what it does is it makes it capable of being rewritten over.
Right. It's just what I want to do is Hey, so the one I'm looking at, and I'm looking at one of the more expensive ones, but when I was a um, desktop computer guy, they were all towers. And
Yeah.
now the newest, I got my mom one to replace hers, which I would get a more robust one, but let me show you what they are. And then you've got to get the monitor, of course, and let me find you one of these computers I'm talking about.
The ones we use at work, heck, they look like a bunch of Xboxes sitting around.
And those are the small size ones. These look smaller than that. These look like a CD player. Hold on, let me find it. Let me go microcomputer. It's not pulling my shit because I browse those things all the time. And I'm looking at 32. I want a Core i7 processor, and I want a 32 gigs of RAM. And I think that would be fine because these things will run multiple. I want them to have a USB-C port, at least one of the upgraded ones, but they look like these guys. And they take up the one I set up for my mom. We mounted to the back of her monitor, so she doesn't even see it. Let me show you one of these ones, like this one here. That one's Intel 12 Gen i7. Where's the RAM? 16 gig. I don't want 16 gigs of RAM. Even though all these are so easy to upgrade, because the videos, like if you look at any of these, let's find a nicer one. If you look at any of these, it shows how easy it is to open them up. Much easier, I think, than a desktop, which was super easy because all you had to do was take that cover off. But this thing, you just take the bottom off, and there's one place that you can do internal RAM swaps, and there's another place where you can do. Why does it not let me look at more shit?
But most of them are the various functions are they just plug in, for lack of a better way to put it. It's not like you're going to be sitting there with a soldering iron and some silver wire.
This is like a tower that you just plug your monitor into. You plug 2 monitors into if you want it. It'll run that. This one only has one USB-C, which seems to be kind of the norm. But yeah, so I've been looking at these little guys, different ones, and I've been looking like in the 350 range. Seems to get you. Let's go 32 gigs. Then I'll get off this because I know you guys are bored with this shit. Then we'll go look at the Rosie that's priced too high, that I have not engaged with a guy with, because I can always, well, I say this, I've always gotten the overpriced stuff on NAF sale guilted down to be a close to table purchase. So I don't want one with 2 inputs. I'm not going to land it up, so don't need that, but I do like the 32 megs of RAM. Don't need the VGA.
One thing that you may want to do for that, though, if you've got it set up in your house, is you may, if you're going to do what you're doing, and this just goes from watching other lives, like especially Kyle, you may want to have a hard line to it.
I've got a hard line to it.
Okay.
I want one of those, what do they call it? Ethernet connections. I've got an Ethernet running across from my router to here, right? So I want one, but the reason you'd have 2 is if you were going to hook it up on a local area network, which I don't need. I'm not going to run it out to another computer. I'm not doing, crap like that. But I need to find a buyer for that. That's a $550 knife that would probably be talked out of me for somewhere around $400. Brand new, big ass box.
If you got the box listed on NAF sale and eBay,
the one on NAF sale is $550. So I wanted to offer it up to people I know first, because what I'm trying to do is I'm working with a dude on Instagram who's got a full tie slicer, hinderer, skinny, that he just sent me a message, and he's come down to what I feel is fair. So this big ass, if anybody wants something,
has it been used?
Huh? M39.
Has it been used?
His knife.
I'm not talking about the knife you're looking at. The hinder, is it used?
No, to cut paper. And what's great is next time we're together, I'll show you this guy's like the messages because I don't look at his page much because I don't think he posts a lot. Guess what Blade Show 2024 will be consecutively for him? The
I get it.
24th Blade Show in a row. He's an older guy, and he showed me a picture of, tell me what you're interested in, because I started talking to him about that Evo on NAF sale. And then we started talking about it. He's like, dude, I've got everything. And he's legit. Because we've had conversations about stuff that I don't think a scammer would be able to answer. So let me do this. I was going to show you guys something. What the fuck was it? Oh, I know, the Rosie on NAF sale. This priced way too high. But I don't know do y'all know what the Rosies on there was a drop last night, and there was a drop real recently. I don't know what the table price is on them now. I know that NAF sale has changed its name officially. You can still type in NAF sale and get there. But when I get here, this is going to be a new NAF sale. It was down and relaunched today. It's bladebinge.com. But it is not, NAF sale redirects you there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at our same thing, Shop Marketplace.
I don't remember. I want to say most of the base Rosies are in the 700 range.
That's what I thought. 750 I would feel more comfortable with. And this one's pretty base, I think. Let me find it right here.
Most of them he said. And it's not hating on him. Most of them that he sells are base because he can't keep up.
Well, that's what this is. That's exactly what I'm holding here in my hand. So, and Lord Needham's already found one that's, much less expensive. But a lot of times I've found these people, especially if they've got good ratings, they're just throwing it out there to see what the market will bear. But if you say, hey, man, I noticed it's been there a few days. How close can you get to table? That's how I picked up the Lamia, right? Because the guy got within $25 of if I was there, what I could buy it for. If I'd have gotten it on the drop. So I paid a $25 premium by missing out.
Well, I mean, the thing with the Rosie is there's no table price. He does raffles and drops and weight. I don't even know if he does weight. I can't even remember what all different ways he does it.
I think he just does the drops now, and he's doing them a couple of times a week. The drop last night was 63 rows. His capacity is getting up a little bit more, and my understanding was that 780. No Trike said.
But with some of them, with some knives, like we talked about a few weeks ago, when it's something that you can pretty much only guarantee that you're going to get at a show, asking for table price is kind of hard to do because they paid $500 for the hotel, hundreds of dollars for gas, or possibly flew there. There's those factors come into play with it too, or at least I think that it does. And so, depending on what the knife is,
but that was a drop. The one he's got is one he snagged on a drop. So yeah, he got in on it because it was that 114 release, which was the drop 2 weeks ago, or last on Sunday. So I doubt he did much traveling.
Well, the thing is, with a Rosie, you're not going to travel for. I'm talking about with other knives. With the Rosie, it's going to be a drop. I mean, because he doesn't do shows anymore because he got mad because he was at one of the shows and somebody bought a bunch of his people were buying his knives and flipping them in line before they even walked away from the table or some shit like that, and he got mad.
And think about the respect that it takes, the balls to walk away from that market to sell knives more sporadically, which he might be selling the same number of knives. I want to say this one, and Lord could tell me, this is like a year old, and it's like number 14 something, which tells me he's not making a ton of knives. Because since 2015, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know what number he's on, but
he's in the 60s.
And I don't know.
Probably now.
I don't know what his profit margin is per knife. I mean, If his production has increased, that means he's probably got a good chunk of it going out toward the CNC machine. Uh, because that's just the reality of the situation is, his stuff is, CNCs are expensive as hell. And for him to increase production volume, he would have to buy a bigger CNC that would produce more knives per round. But
the margin is not there. I mean, people say they're expensive, but if you've got 4 people working with you, or even, I think even if you've just got you, your wife, and maybe an in-law helping, and you're trying to raise a family, $700, $800 a knife, if you're making 60 every 2 weeks, is probably not putting you on easy street.
Well, if he's making 50%, that's not too bad. At 60 knives, it's $350 a knife.
You're right. But how much time does he have a knife?
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what you consider your wage. When you split it down, I'm not saying he's getting rich, but I'm saying that he's probably doing okay. Well, think about the one that we talked about that was, took $100,000 truck and went and got it pimped out, and he don't even fucking make them.
True. Is moving to a bigger facility, so they're expanding at least. That's awesome. But this is guys.
I'm willing to bet you that he's probably doing okay. Like I said, I'm not saying he's getting rich, but I'm willing to bet you he's doing all right.
He should be doing all right because this design is perfect. For me, it is.
That's one of those knives that 20 years from now will still be a big deal.
Dude, I don't know how it would ever come off center. It's just perfectly centered, thin, like TRM.
But that's what I'm saying. That's one of them. It's like the Hinder, the Arius, the Strider, the Roosevelt, the Savenza, the Evo. There's just certain knives out there that are practically perfect. They're a little different for each one, but they're iconic. And the Roosevelt's one of them, and it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be around 20 years from now. Me and you might not be, but it will.
That's true. Man, I hope so. I don't know if I could take 20 more years on this rock. I'm seeing how many subs Sawtooth's got. Still got 1K, so we might not have picked up any. Let's see. So
why would his subs be going backwards?
Is there anybody in here? Well, his subs will go backwards because last night he got an influx of about 50. And YouTube tends to, anytime push, they'll filter those out. So what I was hoping is if there's somebody in here who wasn't in Lefties last night, who hasn't yet subbed, I know we've done the one giveaway, but I'll do another random giveaway before we do the member giveaway if people raise their hand and say they hadn't subbed. Check this out.
I've been subbed to Sawtooth. I was like one of the first
channels.
Dozen or so. Well, I was one of the first dozen or so people that started following him.
He was one that I got kind of starstruck seeing at Blade Show and then realized what a low-key guy he was. I bought this off 5 Door. Check that out.
Off of who?
5 Door.
I don't know who that is.
It's a Grant Gripper. He's my buddy out of Texas.
Oh, you're talking. I thought you was talking about a company. I know who you're talking about now. I see him in the chat.
No, I bought it secondhand. Had a cool Lancelot leather slip for it made.
Yeah.
It's a little small one, like I like, a little small for him, but it's got that Grant jimping or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And that kind of cool. I don't have any that have that filing up at the top. But it's also satin, which I thought was really cool. And he's bringing, I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, Kyle Coonley. I don't know if y'all follow him on Instagram, but he's got those knives he's going to bring in here. And what he's going to do is this morning he was going to drop them, and he was going to see how many he had left over for Friday Night Flicks. And then in a couple of weeks, when he has a fresh drop that he's been posting to Instagram, he told me he would drop them here first and let the remainders go to Saturday morning Instagram. So we'll see what he has left. If there's anything worth interesting any of you guys, and in 2 weeks, he might come back and let the drop happen here so that you guys get first look at them. Five Door's the man.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about a company. It took my brain's a little bit slow sometimes. Y'all know I sit here and my narcolepsy kicks in sometimes, so
That's okay.
my brain don't always work good.
If you can just if you can just read comments to help me, that'd be huge. But my
Oh,
leather, and I'm a huge Joe fan. I'm about to send him 3 knives, well 2 now. But this is an Oak City leather slip or sheet that I got for my little apprentice pocket dropper. Thank you, Knight's Edge. Appreciate you, brother. I guess I could do this. Did y'all hear that? And see, I picked this one up, which is the V2, which has got the plunge grind goes way back. He really improved that, so it gets a lot more sharpenings. And he has screw-on scales, because a lot of the scales that he offers are cool carbon fiber scales, but now he's going to be able to do scale drops. But I ordered another one with orange thread and blue leather for this one. Works great with the Kydex sheet that it comes with. But I'm just really liking my leather. And this little guy that I swore I would never wear on my belt, I had to take it off my belt today to put it on the table. This is probably my most carried EDC fixie, this little guy right here, this micro Canadian in 3B.
yeah.
I'm going to hate it when I have to sharpen it. But I've heard since it's a compound grind, or not a compound grind, like what do they call it, convex?
Yeah.
That if
Dropping should work.
Stropping's good, but if I needed to sharpen it, if I use a stone, I think I saw this on Jared's, that you naturally convex things a little bit. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. Jared, you'd have to ask Jared that, because I don't. I've always been convex ground edges. I've always been kind of afraid of. I'll be honest with you. I've always flattened them out to just a standard bead grind, because I don't know. From what I understand, you sharpen them on like a slack belt, and you do it backwards, like you were doing a second ago. Instead of going forward like this towards you, you do it away, and you do it on a slack, like a barber. The old barber razors were done with a convex grind, and you see, I mean, I'm sure you've seen how they strop their edges. They don't pull the belt completely tight. They just hold it. And if you watch them like an old school barber, yeah, there's a little bit of a curve to it, and they, have this flow that they have with their hand as they do it to sharpen it. And so, that's about the extent of my knowledge of it. I have no idea how to do it for real. You'd have to go to somebody way above my pay grade.
But do you know if there's an advantage, or what's the perceived advantage of a convex? I can see
stronger edge,
but for a razor, it seems
it's a stronger edge, from what I understand.
Makes sense.
I may be wrong, but it seems like I read that somewhere or heard that somewhere. Like the Japanese katana is done with a convex edge, and supposedly that's why as it slices, it does a better job of pushing the material away.
Butterflying it.
Yeah, supposedly it does a better job of that, and that's why I mean, I don't know. I've owned a straight razor once, and it wasn't sharp for very long. And when it was resharpened, it was more of a standard B grind after I got done with it, because I don't have the stuff to even try to teach myself how to do a convex edge. I do have strops, but they're all on boards.
Yeah, mine are on boards too. And I've learned too, and I don't know how true it is, because I've always used like a zero 0.6 micron gunny juice on my kind of solid strop. But I've heard
Yeah.
that you mess your edge up more with that than if you just use a green polishing compound.
Let's say I've got a white polishing compound and I don't want to say it's the full green, and it may just be the brand. It's more of a yellowish green than the crayon green. I don't know what else to call it other than the one that I see at the knife store is more looks like a crayon.
Yeah, a green crayon. That's the ones I
Yeah.
got.
But the one I've got, it's got a lot more of a yellowish tint to it. I guess technically it'd probably be more of a lime green, or whatever that color's called. I don't know. Baby shit green, something like that. But because, like I said, it's a Gerber baby shit green.
Those were blowouts. I can remember those days like they were yesterday.
But then I also have a white compound, which I think is like a super fine grit.
The white
Like,
is the jeweler's grit. It's kind of like the jeweler polishing grit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I broke out my TS prop and leveled it up about 2 weeks ago, and it put some killer edges on a few things. Forgot how much I liked it. I wasn't using it much when Grateful Panic was here, just because I wasn't, turning off the TV and needing that vibe time. And it's therapeutic.
That's interesting what Night's Edge just said. I would have never thought to use, mink oil or any kind of oil to clean my strop.
I've heard that. I've heard mink oil or olive oil or something that won't, what do they call it? Get putrid. Mineral oil will take the compound. If you rub it on and then get a rag, it'll lift that compound from the leather. I've heard that. Y'all don't just buy a new knife when you get it dull. Piece operator, I don't use my knives enough to get them dull, unfortunately. Did y'all see Kevin's dilemma where he cut open his boxes of Devo stickers with his Stout version 2, which he never does? He usually uses a razor knife. They ordered like 2,000, a big box.
I was going to say, pizza operators got me nailed to the wall. If it does get dull, a lot of times it means it's just time to buy a new knife.
Right, exactly. So Lefty cuts into this box that's taped up.
Or it's time to rotate.
With their packing tape, and just hits 4 of those big brass staples. And he's so dumb that he continued over it, right? So he didn't stop at the first one. He just ran the knife through it and got 3 in it in his Xanax. So, they just sent him a Work Sharp Precision. So he did a little video of him using the Work Sharp Precision. And remember how he hated the TS Prof because it was kind of complicated? The Work Sharp Precision was so easy for him. He put this edge on it where he's like, it still took 30 minutes to suck. But man, look at this edge. He was like, you could tell he was starting to get into the thrill of sharpening his shit. But
and you know how he gets... What's funny is you know how he gets on those OCD kicks? He'll get on that kick and he'll probably be on it for a year. And he'll just sit around sharpening knives. And then he'll get on to something else. Because he went through knives. Well, he's kind of stayed on knives to a large degree. But fidget toys or fidget things and flashlights.
He's too much of a flipper to sharpen them unless he messes them up. And he even said that. Unless I mess them up, I'm not going to sharpen them. Can you hear us, Jason?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How was the drop?
It was good. I sold a couple. But it's not really the best weekend with the whole SHOT Show thing going on, I think.
Right. Well, they've been up on Instagram, and I told everybody you were going to bring by what didn't sell yet, and then maybe what we'll do is your next drop, we'll drop it here first, and then, just see what happens.
Yeah, that's fine. And then
I'm going to go ahead.
If we do it here, So like when I don't sell them on Instagram, whenever I come on your live or whatever, I usually sell them for cheaper when I'm here, honestly.
Well, on the drop, you could just sell them for what they are, right? Because it's just like a kind of an early release to these guys. Let me make you big and let's see what we've got left. Because I know there was one I was looking at. And check this out, Jason. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'll make me big first.
Okay.
This is that one I tagged you on Instagram on.
Oh yeah, cool.
That I picked up from brother.
The little Ultim guy. That guy's cool. I liked him.
Dude, it's got the Grant jimping on it.
Yeah,
It's
all the
coffin.
5-inch ones have the jimping.
Dude, I love it. And it's got your, what do you call this?
That's just like the stone texture. I don't do it as much as I used to. I like it, but honestly, when I first started, I did a lot of it because when I was learning, you know, you fuck up bevels and it's just an easy way to hide mistakes, honestly, but I do like the way it looks. But if you look, I don't think any of the ones I have right now have that, but I've gotten a lot better at grinding.
I'm gonna make you bigger. Hold on.
Okay. Did you see this little tripper? I did a regrind on it.
No. Is that a DLC blade?
It's a DLC blade, but I did a regrind on it. So instead of the Tonto, it's a drop Tonto, so it has a little bit of belly, and then it has a full hollow grind. On the regular trippers, it's hollow back here and flat up here. So I just take out, you know, the little intersection where the hollow meets the flat, and I just make it a full hollow grind, and I put a little bit of belly on it. Kind of cool. And then
big.
I refinished this one. See how it's two-tone?
Are you keeping that one?
I'm selling it.
DM me after this.
Okay.
That one's not available.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude. If someone likes it, you know, these regrinds, they only take me about, dude, this whole process of redoing this whole knife took me maybe an hour and 10 minutes to redo the scales, the pivots. I left the pivot collar black for contrast. I also left the black clip. I left the relief cut black, and then of course all the, you know, the little frag lines in there. Looks cool though, huh? I like this one.
I think it's really pretty, dude. It looks
cool.
squishy. It's got that sheen that you don't see on the grippers because they're all so flat, or the trippers, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, what's cool about this too is when I do the regrind, it's a lot deeper than a normal tripper. Like it's way, way, way thinner behind the edge than a standard tripper.
Well, it's hand ground, so that's a freaking sweet thing. If you're going to grind a hollow, you'd think it'd get thinner.
Yeah, definitely. What else? And then I got some cool little 5-inch ones. I really like. I call these the little street cleavers.
That's the ones that's got the pointy tip. Show me them all because there was one that I wanted before you put the scales on it.
Here, let me show you. Hold on.
It has a little pointy tip. I think it's the one that you just showed.
Wait, I have 3 of them, dude. I did 3 of them. Sorry, they're kind of dirty because I'm in the garage. I clean them off, and if they have satin, I always re-hit the bevels before I ship them, so they're perfect. You know?
Is that one satin?
This one's satin with acid etch spine and flats, right? With hardware to match. These have removable scales. So what's cool about the removable scales is if you have, say, a 5-inch with removable Ultim scales, you can interchange them.
Well, dude, that one right there, set it next to the tripper because I definitely, I don't know about the tripper yet, but I definitely want that one. I'll speak up for that one right there. I want to look at the other ones, but I love that satin. Is that one satin too?
This is satin too. Okay, so I think you're going to like this one better. This one is the same as that, except this has black Peely ply G10 scales, which is the textured G10. And this has purple liners, royal purple liners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that one better. Let's change that. That's the one I want.
Yeah. And then check this one out. So I like this. I always like the ones that are a little bit more, rough around the edges, like myself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's the beauty of what you do. You're not putting out refined, machine-made knives. You're putting out what I think of are cut up art that cuts.
Yes, correct. So this has now, mind you, this came out of a complete mess up, right? My double plunge line. See how there's two plunge lines?
Yeah, how you turned it back.
Right. So it has your regular plunge line, and I always do them pretty high up the finger choil, so you have a lot of material to sharpen back, right? I also do that so if you ever sharpen it 5 times and it starts getting too thick behind the edge, you can send it back to me and I'll regrind it for you. But anyways, the double plunge line, I like them. So the way I started doing those out of a fuck up, right? I messed up a plunge line, and this was like 6-7 months ago on a knife. And I just was messing around and I tried it and I posted a picture of essentially a messed up knife. And like 10 people were like, dude, I like the plunge line. So I actually do them on purpose now sometimes.
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, I don't understand the mechanics of why plunge lines fall in so many different places when you look at different makers. And I'm sure it's how they have their machine set up.
Well, okay. So yeah, there's a wrong way to do it, I guess, technically. But as long as I guess for me, as long as you have that, whether you're using like a sharpening choil like this one, right? Or you use your front finger choil as the sharpening choil, I just like to have a lot of material that you can sharpen back without it getting too thick behind the edge. And where you don't end up with that wonky, you know how like when they don't do proper plunge lines, it gets thicker right there when you
that
start
little smile, yeah.
Yeah, none of my knives have those.
Dude, that's awesome. Guys, if you see anything, you know how to get in touch with Jason.
Yeah, and then anything, they can go on my Instagram and look how much these cost, but I'll I'll hook them up even more if they buy it, through you.
Well, I want the definite one, the second one you showed me with the black G10 handles.
Yeah, and then this is another new plunge line I'm doing. I'm calling this one my blended plunge line. So do you see how there's no definite plunge line?
Yeah.
Look how thin it is.
How do you do that? Do you just grind it back to thin all the way back there and leave it up?
So on these ones, I do a regular, just like I would, something like this. Just a regular one. And then I just fucking feather it on the grinder and make it disappear. And I can do it without the rock texture too. I can do it on a knife like this,
That's sick, dude. And that's got a little bit of a hawk, but you could sharpen it, right? Or is it flat?
It's sharpenable all the way across.
I like it, man.
It's all the way across.
Dude, your designs are coming along. I mean, they were always cool. I've got some of my first one, my chisel grind, is still a great knife.
So this is the first time I tried this finish. It's acid etched. And then I take steel wool and I go over the whole thing so it lightens it a little bit. So it's not satin, it's not acid etch, it's kind of in between. And then I use a surface conditioning belt. And if you look at the bevels, there's satin on the bottom and they fade up to the acid etched gray. And I use it's a technique in tattooing we use. It's like, we call it whip shading or stipple shading. It's where you use lines or dots to shade. And I just sort of use the scratch pattern as shading to go from satin to the acid etched. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're basically putting texture, little light texture in there to grab that you're
Yes.
going to hang in when you rub the other off, for lack of a better term, right?
Right. And what's also cool about having this like sort of scratch pattern that is fading from the edge to the spine is those scratches hide scratches. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because
Because
there's
you already got
scratches in
them.
it, it hides scratches.
And I'm one of those weird people whose scratches don't bother me. I know they hurt resale, but I think I'm more of a hoarder than a flipper.
Well, you
So
know how when you get a knife and you're like trying to be all careful and shit, once you finally get those first couple scratches, you're okay with it. You ever notice that? You're like, "Oh, fuck it. All right. It's a user." Well, my knives already come like that.
hey, but
not
they're
not
good value, dude, for a handcrafted, made in the US by you, which like I said, I think they're functional little pieces of art, and I just love them. I mean,
yeah.
I've
I'm
got
kind of kidding. Not all my knives have scratches, but you know what I'm saying.
oh yeah, and I'm just saying, I think I've probably got I don't know how many I bought from you, dude, but I've got
I
all
don't know.
shapes, sizes, and they are just I'm smitten.
Look at this weird one. I put finger grooves on this one because I messed up cutting the blade. So I just went weird with it, dude, and then just came up with this Warren clip with finger grooves, kind of like a gun, right? And they fit your fingers perfect. One, two, three, four.
Dude, that looks like a totally different model. That is a sweet little knife.
And then look, it's got the little skull crusher glass breaker right here on the back. I don't know if you can see it, but
I can see it. It's the thickness of the tang that just sticks out past the scale, right?
yep, 3/16 of an inch thick. This will break glass for sure. I mean, it's, hardened steel. It's definitely going to fuck shit up.
Dude, do you have a name for that? I mean, I know it's not going to be called the fuck up, but I would make a name for that and
I don't
keep it and
know.
make another one because that's looks like another model to me. I mean, it's got some.
I got I got one on the way. You'll see it next week. I got one that's specifically like you would call it a Slurpee saver. I got one it's in the works right now. I'll show it to you next week. It's going to be my one of my next new fixed blades. And it's going to be like a, you know, in the dark alleys type knife. Like specifically for, to protect yourself type thing. But usable though. Like, like could be used as an EDC knife also.
Is that one sold or for somebody? Did you make it for somebody?
No, I just made this because I wanted to.
So guys, if y'all shoot him a DM, I'll give y'all first dibs. But Jason, when you get a chance, and it can be tomorrow, send me a number for the black G10 kind of cleaver and that
Okay.
one that's got 3 or 4 finger grooves.
Yeah, it's 4.
4. Yeah, I'd like to see what the two of those would cost.
Yeah, dude.
But if
Those.
somebody hits you from the chat tonight speaking for that one, don't worry about it. Let it go.
Well, yeah, just because I
You can
want
make
other
another
people.
one.
Yeah, I want other people to get their hands on these because I don't know, man. I see other little fixed blade knife makers. I don't know. I just see a lot of like sandblasted finish knives with flat grinds and 2 swedges. That seems to be like the textbook knife that's just super popular right now.
$275 is the average price point. Whether it's Serbius, whether it's
I know.
new or
I have
nice.
a couple too, and I don't. I like them. They're great
And
knives.
I've bought 3 and love them, chickadees, which I can't think of a simpler knife, even though they're done well.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, I think it's
Sure.
the simplicity that makes them so cool too, though.
Well, I like the artistic swell you put on yours.
I try to make them all a little different. Even when someone messages me and they'll send me a picture of a knife and be like, "I want this," and I'll be like, "That's cool. Like, we'll make something super close, but not the same."
Right, right.
I actually am working with a guy right now, and it's been kind of a pain in the ass, honestly, because he sent
Hey,
me a couple pictures of some knives I made for other people, and then I made him one. I'm on his third one right now, because it's like, oh, it's just like the shape's a little different than the one I sent you a picture of, and I'm like, well, that's kind of like the whole point, dude. Like, I don't want you to have the same knife I sold that guy. Just like I wouldn't do the same tattoo on two people twice. I just fucking wouldn't do that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I totally think that's cool, dude. I mean, I think I like your approach. Because you're putting out one-on-ones all day long. Speaking of one-on-ones, I don't know if I've shown you this yet. I'm going to make you small for just a second so you can see what I'm showing.
Yeah, let me see.
I think I sent you a picture of it. But see this little guy? This used to be my MKM. I've got like 2 of these, but I've got the carrying kits.
Okay.
It's what I keep in this now is my little micro JKal flat grind, one of your first flat grinds.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Somebody in the chat is asking how much for the fuck up with the Skull Crusher.
I fucking love this one.
Well, you got somebody who wants to buy it, so you got choices. Of course.
Dude, every knife I've ever thought about keeping are the ones I always sell, you know? It's like, it's okay.
It's that way with me selling stuff. The stuff I get for personal, I end up selling. And it sells faster than the shit that I get to sell.
I don't know, like 130.
You hear that, Snot Rag? If you're still in here, he may have went in because we told him to
Instagram it's 160. I think it's 160 on Instagram, but I'll do 130 if they want it from the chat.
Well, we told him to DM you, and so he may have stepped out to DM you.
Yeah, I'll honor that price if he DM me.
It's a guy. It's a guy that goes by Snot Rag.
I definitely won't forget that.
But the I is a 0. The I is either a capital O or a 0. I can't tell which.
Okay. Oh, look. Oh, here's one in S90V. This is a one-off. I forgot about this little fucker.
Snow Trag's DMing you now, PayPal ready. So after you jump off, just
oh, okay. I see where Snot.
This little guy's kind of cool.
Let me make you big again. Hold on, because I see it shining.
Yeah, hold on.
I like that. Is that a clip point?
Hold on. I'm cleaning it. Everything's dirty. I'm sorry. I'm in my garage.
Dude, you're a knife maker. They're supposed to be dusty. Or you would we thought you had bought them and took them out of a box from China. Oh, dude, that's a totally another model.
Yeah, this is a one-off. This has a coffin cutout. And what that's for is for the retention point on the sheath. So
look at that.
There's a little, and it snaps into place.
I'm telling you, buddy, those little one-offs I see similarities and differences in the two that you've shown, the one that Snowtrog bought and that one. I would look at them as different, name them something.
Yeah, this isn't a JKal.
What?
This is not a JKal.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Come up with a name, and maybe you drop 2 of those, you drop 5 JKals, and you drop whatever you name the one that has a little weird Tonto that you made with the Skull Crusher.
Oh, yeah.
Why not have a few more that you've made one-offs that if the market responds to them, they're going to cost around the same.
Yeah, I like doing these weird ones like this, dude. This one's, like I said, like I was cutting the blade. I think I was going to do a, kind of like one of these, right? Like a cleaver, Warren cleaver. And I forgot what I choked on, but I fucked up. And, so obviously I had to correct that, came up with this blade. And at first I was like, that's ugly as shit. And then I even got weirder and put those finger grooves in the Skull Crusher. And then I was like, oh shit, I actually kind of like that thing.
And what I like about it is they all look unique. I mean, from the handles to the way the handles intersect the blades, they're not, recreations of somebody else's design.
Well, yeah, hold on. I'm looking. Hold on. Like, here's a knife I really like one of these guys, right?
Yeah.
But is it me or do Does not a lot of people do this finish with this flat grind and those swedges? Am I wrong or not? Because I've been seeing tons of these knives they're almost like the same guy made them. I know they didn't, but I like it. In fact, when I got this knife, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I got some shit to work on because it's done so well, you know?
Right, but you're right. It looks like an Ultim. It looks like or Ulta, whatever those are called. It looks like a Knives by Nuge. It looks like the Ethan Gray. It's very basic.
I like
Hey,
it.
Jason.
Again, I do like it. My knives aren't like that, is what I'm saying. My knives are definitely, each one's different.
Hey,
So,
Jason.
yeah, what's up?
A guy's asking, I can't, because you're on my phone, so you're tiny, so I can't tell for sure which one. A multicolored handle one in the middle. He's asking about the price on it.
This one? Here, I'll hold it up.
That looks
I guess
multicolored.
yeah, it's got, yeah, he said, I can't remember what he said.
It's junior
Rock
military.
texture on the blade. He wants to see it up close and he wants to know how much. So I guess hold it up closer to your camera and.
This one right here is one of the only ones that's sold. This one and this one.
I was going to say, I guess somebody was wanting to buy that one.
Yeah, this sold immediately. This girl, she's bought like 3 knives from me. She's from Hawaii. Really cool chick. I think she just started collecting because she said the knife she bought from me is the first knife she bought that was over $100. It was kind of cool.
How often do you get that carbon fiber? Do you work with it often?
Yeah, this is what's that called? Arctic Storm or whatever, the teal. I mean, I could work with it all the time. I just got to order it. It only takes a couple days to get here. I have a little bit left, but
so I don't think if you're looking at $140 knife like we were, 130, that would make it what, like 190?
I sold this one for $200 because just for those scales, they call them scale size. It comes in different. You can buy
I've seen them at Blade Show. The whole places that smell the blocks of it, the little 2 sides.
So just the ones for one knife are like $40, just for the raw material.
Well, that goes along the market norms. That's what you see.
Right.
I'm over here selling knives right now. I'm over here selling knives. Are you? Yeah, I'm helping Jason sell his knives on here.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh no, I forgot. Y'all can still hear me. I was talking to my wife, telling her what I was doing.
My brain can't look at the comments, which I've got to get better at that, and look at Jason's knives. I get sidetracked.
Oh, dude, I could not do that.
Well, it makes it easier because Jason's knives look like little ants on my phone. And so
one snagged if nobody speaks up for it. I definitely want the little black G, not the little that guy.
Yeah, he's cool, dude.
Yeah, DM me his price and I'll PayPal you tonight. And you can ship it whenever.
He's a good one. But yeah, yours and then these those are sold, these 3. The rest are not.
Well, Snow Trog spoke up for that one. Did you get his? Yeah, you got his over there. Gotcha.
Which one?
No. I saw you got Snow Trogs over there too. The one, that's what I was saying. The one that he DM'd you on.
Oh yeah, I think is that this one, the weird one with the finger grooves?
Yep. He's already DM'd you on that, so sit that over there, and then
all right, let him know that one's is his. I got these 4. So here's one of my favorite ones. Actually, I like the one where the finger grooves because that was a mess up. I did not think I was gonna like this one at all when I was making it. It has. What is that? Natural and brown canvas micarta and black scales with desert tan liners. It's very gentleman's like, Dude,
it looks very good. It looks like more like kind of a hunting knife.
flat grind with some swedges. And you know what I thought might look cool, and I haven't done it yet. I'll ask the person, whoever wants to buy this later, is doing, satin hardware, and then make the bevel and the swedges satin, because that's easy to do. I can just run it through the grinder a couple passes. But if this was two-tone with the satin hardware, I think it would look even just fucking classier, dude. You know?
No, dude, that would look cool. I can
This
see it.
almost
Like you're talking
reminds
about doing
me.
the flat, keeping the flat dark, and then
Yep.
doing the grind satin.
Yeah, so it would be like kind of like this, the Tripper guy, but that one.
And send me a price on that still separately in DM, because that's sexy.
I'll hook you up on this one, dude. As I would anyone, actually.
Yeah,
Trippers
the
are.
one thing you guys will find out about Jason is he's straight up, and like I've told him, he's needed to raise his prices for a year. He's only been doing this, what is it, a year and 3 months now, or even that?
Not less than that.
Less than that. So I mean,
Yeah,
get
like
in on the pricing's good, guys, because I'm telling you, there's going to be. I'm trying to get him to go to Blade Show West, and I set up a table and just take some knives so people could see them, because I just think I know. My whole channel is about how knives make me feel, and I have a plethora of different knives. But the JKals, the personality in them, and I know the artistic thought that goes into them are just, to me, next level.
Yeah, they're definitely. I don't know, man, how to explain it. When I was getting into knives, I'd always look, on Google or what's that thing called, Pinterest. Shit like that. And I would look at these knives and I would be like, that's so sick. And then I would go try to buy one. And you could never find like the ones that stood out to me. They'd be sold out. You know what I mean? Like when I first got into knives, I think the Something Obscene, that knife called the Nimley had just been sold out, like his first run. And I was so bummed. What other knives? The Arcane Necronaut, that had just come out. Actually, that came out a while after I'd been into knives. But anyways, I don't know. I'm just trying to make the knives that I like, that I would want to buy. You know what I mean?
That's true, Junior Miz. I don't know if you can see the screen, Jason, but maybe we get a table at CCKS, California Custom Knife Show. There's a smaller venue.
Oh, that's good.
And you're meeting with people who, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's kind of by where I live too.
It is. That's what he said. He said it's really close to you. It's super close to you. It's what Junior Miz says. And it's also, when I come to think about it, probably a better venue for you.
Well, I'm horrible in crowds, man.
No. Like I say, I'd fly out there and sit there and talk about your knives, and you could just talk about people, how you make them. I mean, the way I look at it, when I go to Blade Show, the makers, the reason I like talking to them is they're more eccentric, and then they've always got somebody there to kind of talk about the business side of it, right? Like,
that'd be you.
I talked to Andrew Dimko in Nashville, and all we talked about was knives. His son was sitting there talking money. He didn't talk money about anything. He was just talking about his passion, which was building value in my mind, just having that conversation with him. And he wasn't trying to sell me.
Yeah.
He was explaining the differences of the price points from $2,300 handmade knives to some that had some machine elements, right? He was showing me why the $600 ones looked just like anodized $2,300 ones, but they were totally different knives. One handmade by him, stuff like that. So I think it's cool to have both sides of the brain there, just to meet people. And all good knife makers are different in crowds, right? It's not your normal safe place.
Well, if you ever came down, you could try out our guest bedroom, because we just got a house, and no one stayed in the guest bedroom yet.
Well, Lou, let's look. When is CK? Does anybody know when CK?
I could find out for you.
I could probably too.
Yeah, I'm not. I think they have an Instagram, possibly.
Hey, it's in roughly 2 weeks. Next show is in 2 weeks, and it's in Woodland Hills, California.
Yeah, that's not too far from me.
Is it an annual show?
That
I think
I'm just
so.
reading the chat.
Oh,
I
gotcha,
I'm
think
just
gotcha.
reading. Uh, I'm just reading the chat with Roman and Junior Miz.
And
But
Marisol.
yeah, Mirsalt. Okay, it's next month, so it's sometime in February. But I mean, it'd be something for Jason to go and just like scope it out first. I would want to scope it out before I went and set up a table because I'm like him. I wouldn't want to get in there and be
I'd be the most
freaking out.
awkward. I'd be the most awkward knife guy there, dude. They'd be like, "Oh, like using all the technical terms and shit," and I'd be like, "I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, dude." You know what I mean?
Well,
They'd
you
be
just
like,
go in there
"Oh,
as a silent walker because some of them don't, dude. I mean, when I went to the Nashville Custom Knife Show, which is probably smaller, it was in
That's
one
why.
of the Sheridan, so there might have been 40 tables in there, no booze. I mean, Greg
right,
Medford was sitting at a 10 by 10 table by himself with 9 knives
oh, that's awesome."
in view. Yeah, so I could talk to him for a while,
But
you know.
well, California, it's going to be bigger than Nashville, but and the California Custom Knife Show is pretty popular. Nashville's still new; it'll get bigger. But that's the reason I was saying, Jason, go like in next month
Check it out.
And just walk
and
it.
scope it out. Just get a feel for it and see if that's something that he thinks he could, mesh with.
Yeah,
Because you pay
I'm
because most of them are only like 15, $20 to get into. I don't know about California's, but
it's
it's like
probably
20 bucks,
20, 30,
and
because it's
and it may
Texas.
be. But I mean, go in there and check it out. If it's something that makes you uncomfortable, if you don't think you'll be comfortable, you get a choice, and without
But if
I'll
you,
investing money.
but if
I'll
you
deal with
are,
being uncomfortable. I just know, like, I talk to knife guys, like actual makers on Instagram, and they'll say some technical shit, and I'm literally looking it up on my phone, like, what's that? You know?
well, that's how you learn, dude. I mean, that's the whole
But
thing. It might not be something you ever apply, but you're learning as you go. And
but
what
the thing is, be honest and just say, look, I'm an organic maker. I decided to do this shit for shits and fucking giggles.
Oh
You
yeah, that's
know,
exactly what
I'm
I
a
told.
but that's what I'm saying. And you tell them that, and they'll be like, oh, that's fucking cool. You be like, I'm a tattoo artist by trade, and have been for, a couple decades now, but I decided, I want to start doing knives. Uh, and I will, and, but say, just tell them I decided to start doing knives. And, I don't know all the terms you're talking about, but I'm
Yeah,
willing to learn.
and
And
you're
most of them that I've ever talked to are pretty. Some of them are a little crazy, but most of them are cool. And
yeah.
M Bomb's asking something about a jerky knife deal.
Oh yeah. That's my buddy. Yeah, he makes the best beef jerky on the planet. You guys
Oh,
should
I know.
absolutely
try it.
I
embalmed.
can't.
The last
Uh, he was asking. It's just says tells me to ask you about our jerky knife deal.
Yeah, so he's gonna make some fucking black. So it's gonna be peppered teriyaki beef jerky because that's like my favorite beef jerky is like teriyaki, and then
Yeah.
and pepper, it's like peppered beef jerky. So he asked me, he's like, "What kind of flavor do you think you'd like?" And I was like, "Peppered teriyaki." I've never seen someone make peppered teriyaki. And I
Oh,
told
so
him,
you want the black pepper teriyaki combined?
"Yeah, dude," because
Oh,
my
okay,
wife's
I got
Asian.
you.
I like Asian shit, bro. I'm married to an Asian. So
Oh yeah, I mean it's
yeah, so and then I was like, yeah, you make some beef jerky, and then I'm gonna make like five or so knives. Maybe do them in because his colors I think are red and yellow. Maybe do red and yellow liners, or maybe just call them the M Bomb series, something funny. And just every knife I sell will come with like a little bag of his beef jerky. And I told him once I sell the knives, I'll reimburse him for the beef jerky. So everyone wins. And it's
Dude, that's
like,
huge. He made me a
that's
special
cool.
jerky
Uh,
love.
the California Custom Knife Show is February 10th through the 11th in Woodland Hills.
And it's
Woodland.
also I saw in October, so it's bi-yearly. So if Jason did want to go by and scope it out and thought that there might be, because what you would do is if you just engage with some of the tables, you'll learn that over half of the makers have the same artistic mindset where they're not as much people, and they're not as much grind HRC people. I mean, the ones I talk to.
Right.
So, I mean, you might see that this would be a perfect place to get a table, and I don't think they're that much. And then we just figure out how many knives you want to have ready for it and what that's going to return based on your investment and travel costs.
Right.
See if it's worth it.
Well, travel costs wouldn't be too much because I would just drive from my house, I think,
Sure. But you
uh,
would kill it, dude, because I'm telling you, seeing is believing. Again, I look at them as kind of a rustic, fantastic, cool, and I love them. I mean, I think they're each organic in their own way.
yeah, and then they're starting to come along more too. Like you have some of my first ones, and if you put some of the first ones you got from me, because I think you have one of my very first complete knives. Remember the one that I sold for like $40 with the hollow grind?
It doesn't look anything like anything yet.
Yep. I don't know. I've just been trying to get things better, practice, whether it be even Steven plunge lines, smooth grinds, consistency behind the edge, not just thickness, because anyone can take calipers and measure the sweet spot, right? But is it that same consistently from heel to tip? Does that make sense?
It does.
Because I can look on my knife on calipers behind the edge 5-6 places and then film something for Instagram and then, use the calipers on that sweet spot where I know it's 6 thousandths behind the edge and then tell everyone, look, it's 6 thousandths behind the edge. Then you get the knife and you measure it up front and it's 14 thousandths behind the edge. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, dude, they go, I mean, in just a year, you've gone, I can't wait to see what you do in 2024. That's why I would say the knives that break the JKal mold, always come up with a name for them, even if you put them in the drawer till later.
These JKals, John, when I want to say I have like 25 left, the 5-inch and the 6.5-inch, because they come as blanks. I draw them. I'll show you. Hold on. So they start like that. Right?
Right. That's what we're, yeah.
That's a 5-inch. Then I cut my blade shape out. And then here's a 6. Well, here's one right here. Boom. That's all I do. I just hit a Sharpie on them. This one, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to do like a clip point or a warning. So I'll just choose when I cut it out. But I just draw on them a little bit, cut them out, and do it. But once these are gone, and these will be gone in like maybe a month, there will be no more JKals. I'm on to the next one.
I love it.
Yeah.
That means get in there, guys, and we'll have the next drop, if it's cool with Jason, the full one here. So those carbon fiber handle ones or any special ones you guys can get an idea on.
Here's another. So like this drop was, except for this one, all of them were acid etched, right? Like these have satin bevels, but they're acid etched. The next drop, they might be all satin, right?
Yeah.
Or the next drop, they might be all acid etched satin with carbon fiber. That's what I'm going to start doing. But these ones were all acid etched. The next ones might be all either carbon fiber or Ultim with black liners or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Well, you break it up because you get bored doing the same thing twice. And I think that's commendable.
It's also easier for me if I make 5 or 6 knives and I know, okay, all of them are going to be acid etched. I just can get in a rhythm. You saw how much faster I made these. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I made 10. I finished 8. The other 2 are almost finished, but I made 10 in less than a week.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, you're getting faster too, and it looks like the quality's going up with your speed and your competency.
Yeah, I would try to make 4 knives at the beginning of the week, and I would end up with 1 or 2. And it would take like,
man, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on.
I got to put these, hold on. I can't mix up the ones that people want. I'll also, if you want this tripper, I'll let you know a price. It'll be a good price, dude.
Yeah,
Don't.
just shoot me a DM separately on the tripper and a
Okay.
DM just with the little we'll call it the pointy shit, the satin. Yep, you can
Dude,
describe it. That's the one, and I'll PayPal you for it.
this guy's cool, dude. I really do like this one.
I like it.
I really like the black purple with that gray. Looks cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the purple now, but when you have this out in the sunlight, it's like royal. It's like light purple. It's really bright, actually.
I like it, dude. I'm stoked. I appreciate you coming by and look forward to us doing our little towards the end of the JKal era drop.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, they'll JKals probably will only be around for another month, maybe a little over a month, and then on to the next project, which will be something similar to this JKal, the 6.5 inch. Anyone that buys the 6.5 inch, any one of the 6.5 inch, one of the most comfortable. That's one thing I will say about my JKals. They are comfortable and ergonomic.
Yes, they are.
And
The hand, I think it's just inviting, and I think it works on a lot of different hand sizes.
yes, because the simplicity, right? You have a big, and then if you have really big fingers, you tell me, and I make the front finger trail. I use one size up on my small wheel, and I make the finger trail even bigger if you have monster hands. I did that for a couple people. It's really, oh, you can see right here. See the difference in the trail size?
Oh
Look,
yeah,
this one's way bigger than that one. I don't know if
I
you can
like it,
see it.
and it's got the other grips too, so it's gonna fit you better.
But I can do that bigger one on, any of the 6.5 inch ones. You just change your wheel out to a bigger, they call them small wheels. They're tiny little contact wheels.
Awesome stuff, buddy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for all your support.
Hey man,
Both of
I
you guys.
appreciate you being so open with the community and hanging out with us and sharing your shit, dude. It's cool.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And I really do appreciate your guys' help and support. It's awesome.
Love you, brother. Call me if you need me, and give me those prices.
I will. Thank you guys. Thank you both.
Peace,
Have
buddy.
a good evening, Jason.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, I'm gonna go grab. So, has anybody in here raise your hand if you've not subscribed to Sawtooth Dave, or if that name doesn't ring a bell? It could determine if we have another giveaway. We've got a member giveaway. Let me see how many people have left a comment, because we might just go ahead and pull that and get the odds better. Let me see what we got here. 59 comments. That's not bad. So hopefully you guys, all the channel members, hopefully you guys have had a chance to leave a comment. So I'm thinking, let's see, it's 10:20. We've got about another almost an hour before Maddie goes live. Is my sound fucked up?
No, you sound fine.
Okay, I couldn't tell. But then there's a little fixie I thought I might want to give away. The Vosti Dachshund. It is the best crossbar lock I've experienced. I think it's a little pricey, but when you look at what it is, it's not that pricey, material wise. But I guess since it's the most expensive Vosti yet, but I hate crossbar locks and button locks. But this one, front flipper's not as snappy, but the reverse flick and the thumb flick are money. I really like it. I've been carrying it on and off. I really like this little guy. This was one of my crazy late night White Mountain knives finds. This is Blue G10 inset into titanium. Look at this blade.
That's wicked looking.
It's a
It
different
makes
little.
me it makes me think of the knife from the movie Cobra.
Well, that's what I thought about it. I didn't know it was going to be so short, but I just thought it was one of those. There was probably a train behind Dark Gravity.
Huh?
But somebody said, "Is there a freight train behind one of y'all?"
Oh yeah, the train's coming.
That's just really, man. Well, this is part of our IRL streaming.
I
Yeah, I could turn it
whoever
up.
was asking,
I'm afraid I'll get feedback if I
uh,
go too loud.
whoever was asking, I'll if I'm on the live, it's because it's decent weather and I can be outside. Like I didn't do the live last week because it was like fucking 5 degrees.
Ed, just to give some context, that video throws shade at no one, and I don't disvalue all the creators because they all do it, right? There's nothing wrong with it. I just had a few kind of call me out privately and ask me why I didn't. And instead of answering them, I just figured I'd share my truth, right? The way that I kind of go after it different. But it is what it is. I've gotten some hate from it. I kind of find it funny. But you'll enjoy it, buddy. But all it
The
means is
thing is, when it comes to giveaways, the truth of it is, see, I didn't know that that happened. That just bugs the shit because I don't participate in giveaways. I'm not here for a free knife. And I don't listen to. Now I've won some giveaways. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, to give somebody shade for taking money out of their own pocket to give away, uh, to me, that's kind of fucked
well,
up.
no, what's funny is those are the people that don't know that I give away lives because I never publish them. You'll never see in any of my titles giveaway except for members.
Exactly, Snot Rag. I mean, but
No, no,
yeah,
it
well,
wasn't
that's
they came at me about giveaways. They were just they never see me post giveaways in my titles, which made them think, since they all do, that maybe I wasn't rewarding channels for milestones. And I said in the video that just to share my truth is I don't ever want to feel like I want you to give me a sub times 2,500 so I'll then give you a knife. I figure if we just all kind of build a community and I give away knives I don't use, I don't want to bring people in here to win a knife. That's why I quit doing subscriber videos. I don't want I'll always put the subscriber video in here so you can click on it, leave a comment, win. There'll always be them every Friday night, but I won't ever try to pull people in for that. Because like tonight, I was in MC's live. I like to go in there for a funny reason. I'm not going to say it because it'll make me sound like an asshole. But I sat in there in Crete tonight, and after the giveaways were over, he went from 1,000 to 468 subscribers instantly,
yeah.
which tells me not that there's anything wrong with that. People wanted to win knives, but that took the chances of 600 or of 400 and something people who are loyal would have
And
had a
see,
much better chance to win than the 1,100 that were in there first.
well, see, and that's what some of them are saying in the chat is my thing is if they were watching to start with, they would know you give away all the fucking time.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not expecting that. It's just what it is. It's funny to me.
Well, to me, it's the principle. You know, they haven't even watched one of these lives yet. Because if you watch one live, you're talking about the fucking giveaway 10 minutes after it starts and what to do to participate in the giveaway. Actually, less than 10 minutes. They don't even have to watch for very long, and they know that you're doing a giveaway. And they know that 99% of the time, all it is you got to go to some other small channel and watch a video and leave a comment and follow them and all that kind of stuff. I mean, and then they can unfollow the next day. And odds are YouTube is going to kick them out anyway. But I mean, it's like I said, that kind of stuff kills me. I mean, I love the giveaways, and when and I've like I said, I have participated in them, but that's not why I listen to anybody.
Me
I
neither.
mean,
I don't even.
I watch as many boot videos as I do knife videos. And I can tell you right now, them motherfuckers ain't giving shit away in them boot videos. And they got some of those guys have 1 million subscribers. And they ain't giving away nothing. You
Hey
know.
guys, we're gonna do the other before we do the member giveaway and get out of here. I'm gonna post Satu's link again, the same video. I'm gonna give you a different word, and
Yep,
I know
yours
most
is
of you
right
have
there
already.
too.
I know most of y'all have already subbed, but in case there's one or two that haven't subbed, whoops. Let me pin it here too. I'm gonna take away the other pinned comment. Where is it? Where is it? No, I didn't see Sharp Guys DKSFS. I just scrolled past it because one does not move. But what I would love for Sharp Guy to do, and I didn't even do this because I got so sidetracked. Sharp Guy, if you will email me who you DKSF to, because I've got you written down, I will track them down and get their address. You don't have to do that. What? If you'll just send me who you wanted to DKSF it to, or if you just want it sent to you, you can leave it. Oh, I did it wrong. Let me delete that. It won't let me delete it. So we're not going to ignore that email. Ignore that one. Ignore that one. It is Nazlive 2021 at Gmail. And what you're going to do, this is just for Sharp Guy. And then I'll tell you what we're going to do in Satu. So in the Satu video, which you just guys went to and you just already subscribed. So if you've already subscribed, you don't have to subscribe again. I would ask that after you leave a comment in the video you've already watched, that you maybe watch 5-10 seconds of another video, the one next to it. But we're going to put in this one, Javon, Juhvon, the number 2. So just Javon, Juhvon, and the number 2. And that's what we'll use in a little while to pull off of that. So it's Juhvon 2. And then we will rock on and do the Kaiser giveaway and go. We won't cut into too much of Satisfaction's time. You see my
I
little
hope Sharp Guy sent you. Sharp Guy said he's already sent you his email. I hope he sent you your wiener pic. I hope Sharp Guy knows that wiener pics are a requirement for John to mail you your knife.
No, Dennis, hold on. Dude, appreciate it, Dennis. I'm glad y'all communicated, man, or Sharp Guy. You are an awesome human being. And yeah, do something kind for someone. Did you see my unboxing on this?
You take it out of the case.
All right, so what this is,
I think I did, but
it's an
I may be
Amazon
confused.
knife. It's a little Amazon survival knife. It's in 14 or VG10. It's got a ferro rod on it. It's got
No, I didn't say that one. I was confusing that one with the.
sharpener on it, a G10 handle, and a sharpening whistle, or a emergency whistle that doesn't work. And then it's got a bit driver up here. Very slicey, very ergonomic, and very inexpensive. Mark Parks, new member, thank you, buddy. I will put the link up to the giveaway. Can you see where it says strike on that flat part?
Yeah.
It's got this flat part right here that says strike.
It's for the ferro rod.
Watch this.
John, you live in a fucking house from the 1800s. I doubt you need to be playing with fire inside of it.
I missed the strike. I threw sparks today. Anyway, it does throw sparks and the bit does fit in it. The survival whistle's not worth the shit.
You just can't hear it. It's a dog whistle.
Oh, you've got to turn it sideways. So I was doing it like this. You've got to do it like this. It still sucks. But
I was going to say, you ain't calling nobody for help with that thing.
For like $24, what I want you to look at is look at the sharpening choil.
You talking about the thing? Oh, I see it.
They've actually cut one in that you could easily extend. So for
Yeah.
$24, this is an Amazon buy. I haven't done the review on it. I just did the unboxing, but I have been carrying it. It comes with this pre-mounted Chinese, because it says China on it, deep concealment carry clip kind of clone. And what's bad about it is I guess they thought that people would mount this on the outside of their pocket. If you're right-handed, right? Be on the
Yeah.
outside of your pocket. But since I carry these knives on my back inside pocket, it's perfect. So if you put it in your back inside pocket and you're right-handed, you reach around. So it's not a negative. But what's weird is the way they mounted the clip, it's got a little extra plastic that it screws into. I wonder why they didn't make it reversible. But this is the
That would
first
cost
knife.
extra money.
This is the first inexpensive knife I've purchased just on a whim off Amazon that came in a branded box that I opened up, and it had care instructions, it had dimensions, and it had a little troll candy. I was impressed.
Oh,
Just usually they just come in a black box.
hey, John, is it Javon 2 with the 2 attached to Javon or the 2 separate?
Oh, what are we talking about for email?
Look at Greg Maroney's message. Is it Javon 2 with a space or
Yeah,
Javon 2
no, so I'm
without a space?
sorry. Without a space, guys, is what I haven't put it in yet, and I don't think I can put it in twice. So and y'all can do multiple because I'll duplicate it. Like Greg asked, it would be the first way. I was just gonna put it in JUHVON 2, all is one word. And if you put it in with a space, just in case it doesn't catch that, go back and change it. It does not bother me a bit.
They can just retype it.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly. Just retype it
it'll
again.
only it'll only pull the comment that it wants to pull. So
No harm, no foul, guys. And I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and load the comment picker. Let's see what we got. Copy.
I was gonna tell M Bomb uh for the Jason Grant jerky, I would just you might since other people are wanting to buy it because I'll be honest with you, the damn flavor does sound interesting. I don't know what you and Jason's got arrangements on you continuing the flavor. But you could since he likes he's got the gripper, the tripper, hell call the beef jerky the ass ripper. Or just ripper. I just wanted to tell
Guys,
Mateo that.
he just told me everybody go in and put Javon too, because maybe I'm gonna try this video again, but it told me there were none in there.
Well, some of them were putting in both ways.
Yeah, but I would have thought I would have seen one way in there. Let's see. Maybe that was the wrong video that I had pasted in there. It was. Let's see. Javon 2.
You got to tell them the right fucking video, John.
It is. It's pinned at the top. I think.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I've got them going to the wrong video. Hold on. Let me check. Because I'm still seeing none in there. Click on that. That's it. Let's see. So if I go stop, if I
Apparently,
go,
Nice Nut 69 has the same fucking email or the same U.S. Postal Service people I do.
let's do this.
Because I got a
So
package that's been floating around town for 2 days also. Lazy fuckers need to bring me my new shirt.
they are slackers. Oh, I've got something I was going to do a quick unboxing on too. That I had come in. I had several things come in today, like my hat. But hold on. All right, guys. I don't know why. Am I logged in? Yeah, I'm signed in. Let's put got that in there. We're going to go add filter duplicate users, filter word by hashtag JUHVON2. I've got 131 comments. All right. Does that sound better, guys? We got 31 comments in there. And it is the one pinned up top. So I think we're in good shape. But what I'm going to do is go find the knife. And this was donated in to the channel. But it's a cool little knife. And it'll come with some extra swag since it is a knife. Like, I'll throw some other stuff in there, but it's this one right here. It's like a little bitch made flyaway, CPM 154, and it was donated in by, I love it.
I was too slow to pull it up. Somebody said we need some while you was trying to figure that shit out. We need Jeopardy music, and I was just too slow to pulling it up.
I can use my cold voice without my voice changer.
No, but guys, this
No,
is a little fixie, a little kind of inexpensive flyaway bitch made type knife, CPM 154, sent in by brother 5-door when he sent me my JKal. But I'm going to throw in some other swag with it, so it won't be just this. And
what is that?
Huh?
What knife is that?
This is a
I'm just asking out of curiosity.
Hung 2 or something? Dude, it's so slicey. Watch this. Where'd I put my coupon book? All right, I'm going to have to bend down. But I would consider it a kind of a hunting knife, but it's super thin. Great little knife. All weather. And there'll be some other cool shit with it. A slip joint might find its way in there, flashlight. You never know. Something will find its way in there. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go back and check our comments, and then we're going to pull this one so that I can do this unboxing, and then we can do the member giveaway, because members don't have to be here to win. All you have to do is, how did I get the wheel to show up last time? I want it to be 15 seconds. Add extras. All right, we're not going to have the wheel this time. Huh?
If you win, Sharp Guy, don't forget the rest of us. Sharp Guy's buying lottery tickets. He's had a hell of a day.
Oh, the spin wheel animation is only possible if the random comment. Well, we're not doing that. Well, maybe we are, because that still is Javon random. That's what we want. Let me do get comments 31. All right. Guys, it's not going to show us our fancy animation, but we're getting ready to go for it, because I'm going to show y'all something before we go to the member giveaway. Tell me when y'all can see it. Good luck, everybody. See, I made it run longer.
It's so little, though.
I know, but I can see it. It's about to stop. Brian Leggard, congratulations. Is Brian in here?
Congratulations, Brian.
Is Brian in here? Brian Leggard, you in here, buddy?
Well,
Brian. All right. Brian, show me yourself so I can give you this email address. And I don't have to redraw. I know you're in here.
There he is.
Awesome.
He's here.
Brian, just send me an email and tell me what you want. I'll have it written down. Hold on. Let me do that right now before I even send the email. I forgot I've got a foolproof way to keep up with this. I just need to enact it. So, our Javon 2, Pixie, and Swag goes to our brother, and give me your screen name and your email. If you don't have to give me the knife, at Brian Leggard. All right, guys, do y'all want to see my quick unboxing, or do we want to do the member giveaway first? It's y'all's choice. I'm going to do the quick unboxing because it won't take long. How about that? So this came today, and I know what it is because check this out, Dark Gravity. This is another Amazon find.
Butterfly box cutter.
Yeah, titanium butterfly box cutter. So what I've got here is something that I ordered off Brother Brown BF store. And I've got one that I've been putting my videos on. And I wanted to try this to see if my knife showed up clearer on it. So this one is a different version. And these I want to say are 30 bucks. No, they're 33 by 17 and they're less than 30 bucks. But this is the black and white Be-Up graffiti pad that I shoot all my videos on. You can use them as desk pads. See that? Ooh, I got feedback. Where my other one's pink. But I thought that was pretty cool.
It is cool.
So that was my my second mat. And what I'll do is once I settle on one to use for my top-down videos, because I replace my flag, maybe we'll give the other one away. So I'll save this box. And guys, I've got it scrolling at the bottom, but I'm going to pull it up real quick. And I'm sorry to get you feedback. I turned up.
It only lasted for half a second.
Yeah, but I need to port down my mic just a hair. Hold on. Maybe that's better. But Pocket Metal has been updating this quite a bit. This is the Gray Blast Wall. This is the first one I got, which is no, that's not the first one. This is the first one I got, the real colorful one. But he's adding stuff, and I ordered a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, a hat, because every bit of this profit, which is not a lot, because it's just the margin, but it goes to Sarah and Nora. And I think there's some cool stuff. This is all Jason's original art. In some cases, Pocket Metal had to, fuse some of this in with it. But yeah, just think about it. Remember, it's there. It's always, if y'all are wondering where it is, it is. I have a link tree on my what do you call it? My profile, and the top link on the link tree is that. So guys, we've got about 15 minutes to give y'all time. So we are going to do the member giveaway I'll show it to you because it is a absolutely low availability knife and a cool one. I would go as far as to say it's my favorite OG Kaiser because it's so weird. And this is the companion to the one we gave away last week. This is the BP1 John Gray, and I think of it as kind of having a TRM Shadow style blade. S35, titanium smooth handles, fantastic ergos, whether you choke back, which I don't, or choke up. Frame lock, drop shut, mad win. If you don't like it, don't sell it for less than $200 on NAF sale, because go to Blade HQ, and that's what they were selling for when they sold out on sale. So, everybody, if you guys are channel members, please jump up there. And this is for Brian. I think it was Brian. I've already forgotten to send me the email about the fixie and the extra swag. And then, and I hate that y'all can't hear this effect, can you?
I don't hear anything.
That's because I'm on the wrong page. You don't hear anything?
Nope.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't play. I've got this little like band intro, and it doesn't want to play that shit. But we can get past that. All right, everybody, jump in there, hit the comment. I'm going to go in here and make it private, and
Oh, now music's playing.
I've got music playing on the screen. I always just type in my little.
It's fucking up your talking though.
All right, let me do this. I think I'm fucking up my talking because I went to. Let's do this.
Got some 70s porn going on.
Dude, I made the mistake because I got tired of listening to all the regular music that I paid, and it's out the yin yang. Well, it's monthly, it's not, but you got to pay annually for sound effects and background music that's copyright free, where I've got a little thing that goes in my video.
Yeah.
It's more. Let me play the one I found today. Hold on, where was that rocking one? This one right here.
Yeah, see, pizza operator knows what's up.
Dirk Diggler vibes. All right, let me go in here and do this. Is my studio. And
I don't know, that may be more 90s porn.
it reminds me of music in the club without any hook.
I was gonna say, for me to listen to this for very long in the club, I'd have to be fucked up with a can of worms.
Always was. Let's see. Like this. Let's go in here and edit
What
it.
is Norm McDonald done? What is TikTok? Or I guess Norm McDonald died according to T-Fetch.
Who?
Norm McDonald?
Yeah, he died a while back.
Oh, I don't. I don't know.
What the cause was. Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah. Where is it? There it is. Boom. Pop this in. And this is the one where I usually struggle. So I apologize, guys. I might have to go back in and just going to filter duplicate users. There are no hashtags. It's just all comments. We have 58 unique comments, guys. So your chances are good. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to set a little bit more drama on the time. How do I get my wheel back? Let's see if I can get my wheel. Wait 15 seconds. If that shows me a wheel, it shows me a wheel. Let's get comments. Boom. No, it's not going to show me a wheel. 58. Can y'all see the little thing there? Yep. All right, here we go. Good luck, guys. This is for the Kaiser. And all this stuff, if you guys hit me up with emails, I've got all the envelopes and boxes are ready to go out. Good luck. That long scrolling job, didn't it? No.
Marco. Did it say Marco?
Marco, yay, that's Marco. Congratulations, Marco. And you do not have to be here because you're a member, but if you are here, congratulations. If not, I'm going to reach out and find you. Bump into you about what, 3 times a day? Brother Marco. Are you in here, Marco? Got the email for you or I just need to come find you. Let me know. Kaiser BP. Hey, there'll be more good knives, guys. Don't be jealous. It'll all come around and go around. Karma drives these knives. I'll put my email in there anyway, but I will find Marco. Thanks, Knife's Edge. And I didn't even have to market it, and I feel like it was all the same people that come in here and hang out with us, which is what I like. I was in a MC's live tonight, just watching. What's up, Satisfaction? I saw Satisfaction in there, but the chat moves so freaking fast. I don't think I would enjoy that at that point. And I know he slows it down, but I've got mine slowing down. Whoops. But yeah, congratulations to Marco. Thank all y'all for coming by. Dirk Diggler, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm sorry it took me so late to send the link. I thought, well, it's warm.
Thank all y'all.
Oh, it's I didn't know what you had planned for tonight and different things of that nature. I know, like I said, when the weather's decent, I try to participate. Oh, I didn't tell you what we did last week, weekend before last. My wife decided it was time to get a new car.
What'd you guys get? Thank you, Brian.
2023 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack.
How sweet is that?
I don't know. I hadn't driven it yet.
She won't let you drive. Bet she looks.
No.
I bet she looks cool in it.
I didn't test drive it or nothing. We actually went to get a Honda Accord, and they had general managers. It was the general manager's demo car, and like I said, it's a 2023. It had 8,905 miles on it when she got in it to test drive it, and we got it for everything out the door, tax, title, everything out the door for $37,000.
Congratulations, dude. That's a great car, great American car. And demo. I did 8 years of the car business. That was my first real job. And demos are the way to go because I used to drive a demo, and we would drive them like babies because you didn't want to get pulled out of your demo. So you're putting low miles on.
If you go look at a 2023 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack, I mean the sticker's right around $60,000. Well, I don't mind saving $20,000 for 8,000 miles, 9,000 miles.
Oh,
you know,
if it had 30, it would still be worth it because it depreciates into two halves when you drive it off anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they took all the depreciation out of it plus some for what they sold it to us for.
Like new that's broken in, because what they do is they do an oil change at the end of the demo period. They do what they call a 32-point refresh. So you're getting basically a car that's been broken in just enough with a full tune-up. Guys, I'm going to blow so we can get over to Satisfaction. He's getting ready to start.
5 minutes, y'all.
Dude, you come over anytime, man. I'm going to make sure I send you links. Guys, I love each and every one of you. Like always, look out for the guy on your left, guy on your right, each other, forward with love in your heart, debate, not hate. Love each other. I love you all. I appreciate you.